Hi there everybody, Jason here, and today I wanted to talk about a movie. I haven't done one of these in quite a while, but I just went and saw It, and it's opening day, basically. Like, it actually officially releases tomorrow, and let me just say, I remembered this one. the old miniseries that they did with Tim Curry. What was it? I forget even John Ritter. But I remember that one, but this one blows it out of the water. This one was super campy. It was super cheesy. It was definitely made for TV. It wasn't anything that I would consider to be that special. I remember it because it was corny, and it sort of stood out that way. But this one goes, it goes straight the way that it should have. Basically, it's like if you've ever read the book, like, you know that there's a lot more that went into this than just what the movie actually showed you. And then looking at like any of the trailers, it doesn't show everything either. It's like you don't see any of the adults, you only see the kids, you don't see any of the stuff that happens like when they actually go back, or trying to remember what it's like to go back, or why to go back. Because quite literally this movie just deals with the kids. And I'll get into that a little bit later, but basically it stays as they're young, and it joins all of the parts that they basically spent together or apart, experiencing what it was showing them and what was going on in the town of Derry and what was going on in their personal lives. And it basically, that was the entire movie. It was just showing everything that was going on for that. And I gotta say, it was amazing. This movie was great. Like, I had seen like a couple preliminary reviews before I actually went into the theater, and basically it was showing like very good ratings with a few like naysayers here and there, but I don't like horror movies, but yet this one was a return to what I liked about horror movies from the 80s and 90s, where like it was legitimately creepy, like it was scary. And then like this one I would definitely classify as more of and definitely, like, it's almost thriller range. Like, it definitely is a horror movie. It's gonna have jump scares. It's gonna want to make you go, ah! But at the same time, like, it actually has a story to tell, and it tells it in a very good way, albeit condensed, because, I mean, it's a pretty thick book. But basically, it covers, like, a lot of the main key points. It introduces the characters really well, and then sets the tone from the get-go as to what the movie is gonna be. And like, I appreciate that, just for the fact that I started reading about these characters, and I've read the book a couple times, seen the movie over the course of my 30 odd years, and the story sort of stuck with me. So I went into this movie expecting a certain few things. Some of them I didn't get, but what I did get was very satisfying, and the explanation for why I didn't get what I was also expecting was very. It was right on point. But I like the characters. All of the actors did really well. I mean, they were all basically unknowns except for Finn from the Stranger Things. Even any of the adults, like, I don't remember them from anything. My friend said that the guy that played Pennywise, the Skarsgård guy, I can't remember his first name for the life of me right now, but he was in the Atomic Blonde movie most recently, which she'd seen, but I hadn't had a chance to. So, like, she recognized him, but I don't remember from anything. I think he was in, like, Ascendant or some other teenage angst movie series, book ripoff thing. But either way, he did a great job. Everyone did a great job. Like, when the kids were scared, they looked legitimately scared. And Pennywise was just, so good. So good. They all float. I mean, I miss Tim Curry, because Tim Curry has that perfect voice for certain things, but dude, this guy did a great job. Watch the face. Seriously, watch the face. Everything is in the face, like totally in the face. But the other thing that I appreciate about this movie is the fact that there gonna be some CG and some like visual effects, but they did a lot of stuff practically, which surprised me, and which is why a lot of it stood out, because a lot of what I liked in like those old like Freddy Krueger and Jason movies, basically they did everything with practical effects. And I know that they made this huge big fuss about like Star Wars, everything needs to be as practical as it can be. Right, it makes sense. You can definitely tell the difference between the CG and a practical effect, and it makes a huge difference in the way that a movie actually turns out and looks. But they did a lot of practical things with this movie that I really appreciate because, oh my god, did it fucking creep me out. I'm just gonna say that straight out. Again, I'm not very good with horror movies, but this one, it was just more creepy, and there was enough humor in this movie to really keep it going. Like, it gave you the scare, but then it gave you the relief and tension that you needed to actually get back into like a normal place to get another scare again. And whoever made this movie and put it together, because I don't follow that stuff, they did a great job at it. I would definitely recommend this movie. So the one big spoiler that I'm going to throw out there, for anyone who doesn't know, because it doesn't say this, I haven't seen this anywhere. This is chapter 1. So basically, when the movie fades to black, it says title it, and then across it it puts chapter 1. And that's the big thing to keep in mind. I had no idea, and it floored me, because the entire time you're watching the movie, it is just the kids. There's no adults. There's no time progression except for 3 months where all of these events are happening. Just the kids. There is a small hint at their older selves, but I'll let you watch the movie to find out about that. But basically, there's no kids. The second part of the movie is going to be them as adults dealing with the repercussions of the pact that they made together. And I'm excited. I will honestly say that I am excited to see this. I really hope that the actors that they get to play the older selves do as well as the kids did, because honestly, for kids to give a performance the way that they did, it would suck if the adults, who I would hope have been acting for many, many years, or at least a few, do at least some justice to them. But that's basically it. If you have anything to say about this movie, if you've seen it, or if you have any questions, or if you'd like to talk about the movie, or just it in general, let me know down in the comments below. Again, I really enjoyed this movie. I hope you guys too. I realize now that this is the first time that I've done like a face-forward camera video since I have been in my new apartment. But I meant to do this for quite a while. But anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
I'll float down here, kids.